Hello and welcome to another Spotlight video here on godisageek.com. My name is Colin Mahern and today we are looking at FranknJohn. Or FranknJohn. Frank and John. It's Frank and John, okay? Well, it's not. It's Frank and John. Frank and John. Anyway, I'm dwelling. So FranknJohn is a game from Irish developer Bitsmith Games, based out of Dublin. This is their latest game. No, they're a very young developer. They're only they formed in 2012, but they're currently looking for £30,000 of the Queen's money, and with 20 days to go in their Kickstarter, they have £8,773 at time of recording. And as you can hopefully see here, it's basically a kind of a roguelike brawler where you, as FranknJohn, you use your head as a weapon. And the reason you are FranknJohn is because you are the outcome of a kind of an experiment that went wrong from a scientist, whereas you have the head of Frank and the body of someone called John. And you've kind of woken up and you don't know what's going on, and you must kind of basically figure out what's going on. At least that's my understanding of it. And also it's kind of, the main control is like, it's kind of like a twin stick. It has the kind of a twin stick shooter type of mechanic in that that's how you control your head, as you can see here with me using my head on this bastard that keeps shooting green gas at me. From footage that I recorded earlier. You use the right stick to fling your head around, and obviously the left stick to control your little FranknJohn. There are numerous heads that will be within the game that kind of give you special powers. So in this particular arena demo that's available to all Kickstarter backers, I want to say it's just available in general. I think you can actually just go to their Kickstarter page and kind of give it a go before you back, which is something that either rarely happens, or, to be honest, I would use the term rarely happens just to cover myself, but I don't think I've ever seen that, which is quite admirable, because you go onto Kickstarter and you're not too sure. Well, at least this gives you a bit of an idea. So the chair that I just went into there has given me a new head, which actually doesn't control with the right stick. It just kind of has a kind of a mind of its own. Isn't that a great pun? Because it's a head. And the way I'm using it is by, I suppose, using its momentum to my advantage and controlling my body with the analog stick and just trying to swing it at enemies. Within the demo itself, I played a bit of it, and I've just come across this head and another head, which you'll kind of see at the tail end of this footage, which gives you kind of another different power. Now, normally with these heads, if you press the Y button on your Xbox 360 controller, you can use its special power, but this head doesn't actually have one per se, so that's why looking up the top left hand side of the screen, my head is kind of just grayed out because I can't press the Y button because I don't have a special power for this particular head. It's a really, really fun game, I must say. And even though it's just in the very early stages, obviously, if it's on Kickstarter and they're looking for £30,000, it's it obviously has a bit to go. But in terms of its art style, it's kind of very, very cutesy, kind of horror-ish. Which I really, really like. I think it's kind of like, as you can see from the screen, all the enemies kind of have their distinct look, and just the screen itself is kind of bursting with colour. I think it's really, really nice. And also the music is being composed by the same guy that did the music for FTL. I want to get his name right. Ben Prunty. So he's one of the people kind of putting this together, but it's a very, very small team. It's only a team of 5, I believe, who are kind of working on FranknJohn. So the head that you'll see me don later on in this gameplay footage is called Haunted Grave, I want to say. And that allows me to scare my enemies. So say if you are being surrounded by just loads of these kind of Venus flytraps or these really creepy dolls or whatnot, if you press the Y button, which is kind of different to the head that I'm wearing at the minute, which doesn't actually allow me to do that. If you press the Y button, you can scare away all your enemies, and for like a fleeting moment, you'll have a bit of breathing space, which is nice in FranknJohn when you are getting absolutely bombarded by so many horrible creatures. It's going to be coming to PC, Mac, and Linux. And when it does come out on PC, it'll be coming out on Steam to early access. So, I know, I feel like I kind of have to mention it. Like some people feel that when you kickstart something, you want kind of the end product, but they're being transparent in telling you that, look, it is going to be on early access. As I try and kick the living shit out of this weird, creepy Edward Scissorhands skeleton man with lovely green hair. And as you can see in this arena mode, you have your kind of your enemy counter at the bottom to let you know whereabouts you are in terms of the end game, if you will. I should also say those blue and yellow things that I've been collecting throughout from downed enemies, well, they are marbles. The yellow ones give you +2 marbles, I want to say, and the blue ones give you +1. No, I could be wrong, and as I say that, of course, no fucking marbles to pick up, so I'll tell you in a minute when I kill these fellas. What those do, no idea. Possibly just some sort of collectible. No, there's a blue one. If Colin from the past can get it. Yes, so blue one's +2, yellow's +1. But a terribly fun game. As I said, I do want to show you the other head that's kind of available in the game. So I'm just gonna, well, Colin from the past is just going to jump over all of these enemies as quick as possible and try and get up to the kind of the chair up above where I can get my new head, which is the Haunted Grave head that I spoke about earlier. So that's FranknJohn, and as I say, it's up on Kickstarter at the minute. So if you just point your browser there, you can support Bitsmith Games if you so wish. As I say, at time of recording, currently on £8,773 with 20 days to go. So thank you very much for watching, and as always, please do subscribe to youtube.com/GodIsAGeek for loads of video content. Your life will be enlightened. Good luck.